The early one, 7:30 Eastern tip, 4:30 Pacific. Lakers getting a point and a half at BetMGM in New Orleans against the Pelicans. There are two ways this can go. This can be the December Lakers against the December Pelicans, and it looks very much like the game they played in the in-season tournament semis where Zion didn't really show up. I think he had 15 or 16 points. And the Lakers just sort of slowly work their way towards victory. That one they ended up pulling away late and won by, I want to say, 30. Or this is the Pelicans getting peak Zion, which they've gotten a couple times down the stretch this spring, Joe, and no AD or less than 100% AD. And the Pelicans, and this is what I expect, the Pelicans show why they have, despite ending up the 7 seed when they had a 4 in hand at one time and sat around the 5-6 spot for much of the last couple of months, are still a young up-and-coming team that can make a little bit of noise. I like the Pelicans laying the 1.5 at home against the Lakers. But, again, we talk about clutch time. You would think this is a close game. The Lakers, especially with LeBron, more fourth-quarter points than anybody else in the league this year. Pelicans not playing well in those clutch instances. Maybe that's what it comes down to. The Lakers just keep it close, and LeBron shows up in the fourth quarter.
I haven't been able to turn on TV in the last 24 hours without seeing again and again and again AD grimacing on the scorer's table, just reaching for his back. Like, yeah, they're just like reminding you again and again about AD. I think he's going to go. If he's anywhere close, I think he's going to go. The market has no idea on this game. I see it as high as the Pelicans favored by 2, and I also see the Lakers favored by 1.5, and I see pick'ems out there. It is all over the place. Whatever side you're on, make sure you end up getting the best of the number. This is what I was hinting at when Aaron pointed out about the props being super inflated. I had a plan of going, okay, matchup-wise, I love LeBron and AD in this spot going up against this Pelicans defense. And then I saw the numbers. I'm like, nope. Oh, really?
Yeah.
LeBron assists is at 9.5, or I can do 8.5 and lay $1.50, $1.60. Ridiculous. Points and assists like 35.5. Like, yeah, I think LeBron's going to have a big night, but he could have a big night and also not go over on those prop numbers. I think they're crazy high. Same thing with AD, and then we don't know 100% about his health. So am I going to play over there? No, not interested. What I do like, Reeves, the points prop for him is 14.5. And you know he's going to get a ton of run. And let's see, against the Pels this year, 17, 20, 27, 20. He's been flying over that number. So Reeves over 14.5 points, I do like. And I like the Lakers. I do. I think they're going to win, and they're going to march on. So at the moment, I would just, you can go money line if you want, or just take the plus 1.5 as opposed to, guys, I think this is going to close everywhere at the Lakers favored. If we find out AD's good to go, I expect the Lakers to be favored everywhere. There's a book that has Lakers -2. I think other books are going to join them.
Like it or not, this is a last gasp for the big three. For Steph, for Clay, and Draymond together, this is a last gasp for them. And I don't know how long they're going to be able to make it ride, but I think if there's a spot where you get sort of the death rattle, right? One last big gasp, it is tonight in Sacramento, where they give themselves an opportunity to play at least one more game. So I like Golden State. I said it yesterday, especially only laying 2.5 against a Kings team that is kind of, steered into the skid to find themselves in the play-in.
Whatever the result, there is going to be massive overreaction to this one game tonight. And if the Warriors win, it's going to be hot finish to the season, getting it back together. They were coasting. Now they're ready. It's Warriors time. Maybe they can make a deep run. If they lose this game tonight, it is going to be they're favored to win, fraudulent finish. Maybe they should end it. Draymond's about to retire anyways. How much longer these guys got? what kind of changes are going to be made. Is it time for changes? It's going to be ridiculous. But that's what you get with the NBA, all the drama involved. 3.5? Really? We're at 3.5 now? Okay. Market not settling. Some books have 2.5. I see threes out there, but BetMGM is sitting the Warriors as a 3.5-point favorite. These teams have not played in a long time. And a lot of times we overreact to the regular season results, which is certainly fair. Like I said, it's all about matchups, all about health. But it's worth noting that they did split in their 4 games. But the majority of those games, that happened in the first month of the season. So I'm not going to take too much from that. Like Draymond was missing a game. So, I mean, there's just not too much that you want to roll with that. But what I do find interesting, all of those games were close. 3 of those games were 1-point games. And now we got the Warriors sitting here as a 3.5-point favorite. Aaron, I think it's too many points.
Ooh, yeah, that was my initial thought yesterday. And it is hard to look at those games during the regular season, even though like 3 of them were just won by 1 point. But I think the difference is Malik Monk, Kevin Huerter most likely not playing, or Malik Monk with that MCL. I mean, I heard a rumor he might play, but I doubt it. If they advance, I think we'll see him, but I doubt he would play tonight. One guy who's going to have to step up, Keegan Murray. His points prop 18.5 is plus 102. Man, I just pulled up his game log. If he does step up, I really like that look, because someone's going to have to for the Kings if they're going to stay in this game and win outright. So I think I might go for that one in this game.
The Kings are a team that they haven't looked great lately. I mean, they lost 5 of their last 7 games, trending in the wrong direction. Like you said, not 100% healthy. I lean the Warriors, and anytime the Warriors are favored, I kind of find myself leaning towards Steph Curry props, him to get a 30-piece McNugget tonight. Certainly very tempting for an over. If I'm going to back one over in these 4 games, I'm probably taking Steph Curry against the Kings, who want to play up and down in this game. I mean, what's the over-under at now? 224. I thought that would be a little higher, but this is playoff basketball, and the Kings haven't played that well. So, if I'm backing one over, it's probably a Steph Curry prop in this game. But I do think the Warriors are probably the matchup here, and a Lakers versus Warriors matchup for the final spot in the playoffs would be amazing. So I think that's probably the best case scenario for the NBA as well, and something that we're most likely to get here. So that's what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah, something you just hinted at.
Quick.
Go ahead.
Real quick, I have to give a shout out to Aaron, and I also have to ask if the Sabonis triple-double is still alive, because I told my friend about the show. The one that I made fun of previously on the show, I told him he should start listening to it while he's at work.
The guy that farted at the game?
Oh, come on, I just said he might be listening right now, bro. But I never told him that story. Sorry, Danny. All right, so Aaron, showed him the clip. Are you talking about Draymond Green and enough of this guy on Instagram? And he loved it. So that's what got him into this show. So I just wanted to give you a shout out on that, and not the fact.
Now he's out.
What's his name? What's his name?
Oh, no, I said it once. I'm not going to say it twice. I whispered it, so you got to run it back now.
Don't worry.
That's my guy.
Caitlin Clark, number 1 overall in the WNBA draft last night. Joe, there are Caitlin Clark WNBA props up in a few spots. You can bet on her to win Rookie of the Year. Not much value there. MVP, maybe leading scorer in the WNBA. Whole bunch of props involving whether she might break some scoring records, individual game records. Plenty of opportunities if you're looking to push that interest you had in the women's Final Four, the women's NCAA tournament, forward into the spring with the WNBA.
Yeah, there wasn't much value in a lot of these numbers once they were posted last night, and it's even worse this morning. I know last night there was like a minus 800 on Rookie of the Year. Now it's minus 950. It's, as far as that goes, yeah, the value's gone. But just how I think about it, that award, it might be comparable to Wemby. Or maybe just even, because if we're going to say like unicorn, stuff like that, as we were saying last offseason, then early in the year, what happened is Wemby slipped down to be the second favorite, then there was value on him. I don't think that's ever going to happen with Clark, even if she does struggle out of the gates a little bit. But as I was going over these numbers, there's a win total on the Fever as well, 21.5.
Yep.
How many games do they play in WNBA? I have no idea. It's something I have to take a look at. I think it's something a lot of people will take a look at. But like, yeah, them to win the title, 20-1. I thought that was interesting. But I want to bet something. I want to bet some kind of Caitlin prop. And I think that's how a lot of people, I'm so Joe Public in that sense. I need to bet on a season-long Clark prop or two just to root for it because it would be so fun. But like a little bit of my hesitation is you see these women that have been playing the game such a long time, and they talk about the adjustment and how different it is defensively, how those windows close tightly. It's what you say about any sport when you go to the professional level. They say the same stuff in the NBA. Like, how much of an adjustment is there going to be? Is she going to be allowed to chuck it as much? I would think so. But yeah, I hope that we can come up with something. Would it surprise anyone? She's the fourth favorite for MVP. Of course, she's going to be the Rookie of the Year as long as she stays healthy. But could she be both? I think Caitlin Clark, yeah, she could.